Okay, let's do the next one. Out of the shadows! Ah, Artorias! I wish to do better news for you, but the blasphemy continues to elude us. Speak of the devil. Can you hear me, Commander? This is Wishit. I have an idea on how we might take down the blasphemy. Meet me in the coast of the Soul as soon as you're able. Well, that sounds promising. I'll tell the amulet we'll be away for a bit. Godspeed, and stay safe out there. Alright, close to the soul we go. Alright, where are we in close to the soul? Oh, here you are, Mr. Vice Acting Commander. Ah, apologies for you coming all this way, Artorias. Ever since our encounter with the blasphemy, I've been racking my brains to find a way of dealing with its deliberate attacks. Sadly, I come up with it empty-handed, and my companions are fared no better. That's when I started thinking, if only our finest was still with us. He always had a knack for noticing what the rest of us missed. His eyes were so sharp, he couldn't spot a foe's weakness with a single glance. It's thanks to him that we were able to slay both the Leviathan and Titan, and live to tell the tale. The rub is, well, he's a bit of an eccentric. And yes, I know you could say that all about company members. But like us, he prefers to work from the shadows. Truth be told, I have not seen him since the days we disbanded. I doubt he will help his old comrades, even if we ask. But an order from the company acting commander will be a different story. In our heyday, we had a way of reaching him. A whistle at the forked road, and sooner or later he will show himself. Didn't matter when, winter or summer, in the broad sunlight or the dead of the night, we will always be watching from afar. With any luck, he still is now. But I ramp on and off. Go on now. This may be our best and only hope. Alright, so let's go and visit this person. At least one might know about his name eventually. Here I was enjoying my retirement. Why do you have to go and bloody whistle? Call me Lorens. I'm the company resident sharpshooter. At least I was in my day. No need to tell me who you are. I've been watching you for quite some time. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm just curious about my former mates are faring. Not as curious as the folks about me, though. First Whisker, then old Mr. Mistbird himself. As of those Cogers can ever catch me. And now yours stories error summons me forth. Need to say that why ye going to ask me to help you take down the blasphemy? I'm not asking you, I am ordering you. Have you forgotten the duty of the strong? Heh, never could refuse whenever someone twittered out those angry words. So tell me, Acting Commander, what specific duty would you ask of me? With, I trust you do have a plan, right? So you need a way of neutralizing the beast's most potent of tanks. I can tell you getting up close and personal with your foes, so you'll be needing support from a distance. And who do you suppose that might be best suited to that role, Merlwyb and his twin musket can handle this job. Well, you of course, you're the resident sharpshooter, right? Damn right! My eyes are among the keenest in the realm, as the doubtless heard from the whisket. In pure marksmanship, none in Limsa and the Admiral's equal. Yet, Mildred is ill-suited for the supporting role. Not for lack of skill, of course, but rather, come to think of it, there's something you should know. Follow me. Okay. Alright. Oh, nope. Now I want to go off the clip. Quite a view, would you say? I often come here to admire the sea. If you would indulge me for a moment and spin yarns, and just try not to doze off. Back in the primacy golden age, the League of Old Lost Bastards ruled Romthro, and I was one of them. As was Merlwyb. We were all led not under our old man, Bloefhis, the most feared captain in the high seas. Feared by his enemies, that is, stern and unforgiving though he was, he took me under his wing and showed me the ropes. Aye, he was like a father to me, to us all, to that fateful day. Was it in the year of 1562 on the 6th Astral Era? Linson and merchants were struggling with high constant rays from the Shigan. Round this time, Bloefhis had yielded the day-to-day leadership of the bastards of Merlwyb. His pride and joy, she was still growing in the whole role. True, and everyone knew that the old captain was still calling the shots. Oh, Bloefhis had the noble streak, he did, ordering us to defend the traders from the fishbacks. Merlwyb led the efforts, and we fought day after day to keep the seas safe. But that all changed. The fighting was fierce, but we always come out of in one piece, until we didn't. Until after the skirmish, a Shigan survivor with his last breath summoned forth the Lord of the Woe. The greatest of topples of our mask and cracked the keel like an egg. We crumbled upon the merchantman as our own ship sank. Not to do but wait for the end. But then comes Bloefhis in his bleeding flota out of nowhere to pull it out and fire as he did. But the legend of the Lost Bastards would never be the same again, for even though we escaped with our lives, we soon discovered that the Captain Bloefhis, our iron-willed, unwavering leader, has fallen under the Leviathan's thrall. Damn. Of course, in those days we didn't know much about the drowning or tempering. Didn't know what make of our captains as we grew more aggrieved by the day, his words devolving into crazed rambling, and then one day he vanished, taking off with half of our men. Long after, a band of pirates calling themselves the Serpent Reavers began taking prize into the illegal deep along with the Shigan at their helm, was none other than the Captain Bloefhis. who cast his lot with the fishbacks. Myrrid knew what had to be done, and to her credit, she didn't shirk from the deed. She acted quickly, sneaking off under the cover of night, with a skeleton crew with no so much as telling me. Of course, that didn't stop me from stowing myself in the cargo hold and joining her on the voyage. She was none too happy to see me at first. Wanted to leave me out of it, she said, but seeing as I made myself known that when she was struggling to fend off the horrid reavers and fishbacks, it wasn't too hard with her twin muskets flinging one after the next, as my sharpshooting kept her safe from afar. We cut a path to the center of the isle. It was there we found Bloefhis, or rather a miserable wretch has been reduced to old bones and skin shriveling up to the tangled mat of their white-haired eyes bulging from his lap. Bulging his head? I think it's head. Like a fish as a prayer to the Lord of the Woe. What a sight. Myrrid challenged him to a duel, and a dim memory must have flickered in his dulled mind, for he accepted, and so with only me as the witness it, Myrrid endured her father's life. The League of Bastards would have lived up to its name, if it weren't for Myrrid. She assumed full command and restored us to our former glory. Not soon after, she triumphed in the Trident, and was named Chief Admiral of the Mensa. I often thinking back on that day, seeing her change in the battle, muskets blazing. Might have seemed reckless to some, but that's how the Captain Bloefhis taught her. She is to know the other, and she knew no other way. That is why I made it my job to support her from the shadows. It is a role in which I can happily serve again. I owe that much to her old man. My only doubt was whether you, my friend, were worthy of commanding me, but watching ye from afar has answered that question. I tell Whisket and the rest of my good old companions that Lorens stands with them. Wow, that little lore drop for the commander herself, given that she had to end her father's life because he got, trawled by Leviathan. Alright, so we need to spec with Mr. Richards. I could just teleport there, but I'm just gonna fly there. Why not? I'm not too lazy to, fly there. Alright, here we are. Did Lorens show himself? Well, he did. And more often, you get a complete backstory of the Admiral himself. Now that's a surprise. I had some hope that your words might reach him, but never did I imagine he would agree so readily. Ah, just one more thing, Artorias. I appreciate if you didn't mention Lorens' involvement to the company. Landale in particular. They'd find us soon enough, regardless. I'm guessing they have a very feisty past, I would assume. At any rate, this gives us a new hope in our battle against the blasphemy. All that remains is to set the snare and lure the beast into our clutches. Our scouts are on the lookout for the creature as we speak, but the latest reports had been believed that we're drawing ever closer. That's good to know. And with that, I best get back to it. Can I trust that you report these latest developments to the Maelstrom? Till we meet again, Commander. Alright, back to Mensa we go. Alright. Okay. The search for the blasphemy continues, though I understand you've been carrying out an entirely different investigation. Well, yeah, I figured they tracked down our mysterious sharpshooter and asked him to join in our crusade. Our marksman by the name of Lorens, eh? The admiral would be pleased. Of course, we won't have much to call for his skill until the blasphemy is found. Rest well and prepare yourself for unnecessary in the meantime. Lorens! Why does that ring a bell? I don't know, because he's a good friend of the Admiral. Hi guys, thank you for enjoying this long recording session on Fantasy XIV Endwalker for the Melee DPS Role Quest. And if you have any comments, put them down below the video as well. If you like this video, please click the like button, it is very much appreciated. And if you have any lingering interest on what's coming on my channel, you can give my YouTube channel a look. And if you're interested or not on the videos there, you can probably subscribe. If not, that's alright. But if you're going to, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified for future videos that'll be upcoming on the near future on my channel itself. And as per always, I have 3 projects which are coming, well, still ongoing, mainly on my channel, which are of course Final Fantasy XIV Raid, Trial, MSQ, Broadcast, Jump, Minions and Mounts, or anything other 14 related. And secondly would be FGO NA for the Lost Bow 4, Lost Bow 5, Lost Bow 6, and eventually Lost Bow 7, eventually when that ever comes over to the global version of FGO. And of course we have the role videos for whatever particular banner that comes down the line, especially for 2023, where will be a lot of interesting particular servants, game-breaking ones, especially for the Buster meta. And not to mention the challenge quests and the events itself, whenever they come out periodically. It really depends on when they actually come out. And lastly, my third and say the least project is, let me say it, Persona 5 The Royal, which I don't know whenever this is gonna come back in my channel at some point, but regardless, it will come back eventually in the foreseeable future, maybe. So with that out of the way, this has been Ravensleep45. Take care, stay safe, and have a pleasant Final Fantasy XIV day.